Hello everyone and welcome back to Motorsport Manager, the Underdog Challenge. We'll be doing episode 9 today, and that is also the last race of the season. There is 10 races in the season, but in one episode we did 2 races to try and make up pace for a little bit. So we will be running the last race of the season today, which will be the Black Sea in Russia. We do still have a shot at getting 9th. 8th is looking very unlikely because they just have so many more points than us. But 9th could definitely happen if we get a better result than ZRT Autosport, who are, well, not that great. Valdez is having a decent season, but Dembele here is having a very bad season, actually being below both Kinney and Price. With Kinney, I don't even know what it's based on. It's not on alphabetic order, but she is doing despite having the same points, she's just a little bit higher. Doesn't matter much. It would just be for, well, bragging rights, I suppose. And maybe a little bit more money. I'm not sure if it actually gives you more money if you finish one spot higher. Last episode, we went into debt quite hard just to upgrade our parts. As you can see, we're still focusing on working on a gearbox. We are doing that to be in a little bit of a better spot already next season, which is very early. Normally, you don't want to really be doing that, but we just got such good specifications for our parts that I felt like it was a good thing to do. We have 2 contracts running down, that is Scott Price and KD Linares. So as you can see here, that is about 1 month away. And we will have to make some decisions. Frankie here still has a contract for a while. Linares is really bad. I would love to get a reserve driver that has a better feedback rating, but I'm not sure that is feasible. So we will see. Basically, for now, we're going to say, okay, we're still going to run that race first, and then we'll see whether we give our drivers a extension. Let's first actually see if they're even interested. Scott is definitely interested, and so is Katie, so that is good. And maybe one quick thing then still to do before you forget, and this is something I want to remind everyone of. A lot of the time, basically the pit crew that you start off with will get contracts for 1 season. The game doesn't tell you that. They don't remind you either that their contracts are about to expire. And that is very dangerous because all of a sudden you might have basically no pit crew because they all just leave at the end of the season. And that is especially annoying if your best crew leaves. Normally you should be doing this at the end, I guess, or just after the last race. But I'm just doing it now because I know I'm going to forget, as I've done so before. Basically, yeah, you just have to mindlessly renew all their contracts. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just, I don't even know why it's part of the game, to be honest. In my opinion, they should have either added a renew all button or just not make contracts a part of the game at all for crew, because it's not interesting. The game doesn't handle it very well either, and it's just, yeah, it's a very strange thing. It's one of the things I don't like about the game, even though it's a very good game and I absolutely adore it. It's just one of those things. I can probably fix it with mods, but since I'm running a long save and I've had mods break saves before, I didn't want to risk that. So I'll take the 10 clicks as a punishment, I suppose. We don't need to do anything on our brakes or any other parts. And let's keep going then. To the Black Sea. I didn't actually check how many laps there are, so that was a bit of a dumb mistake. As you can't do it from practice session, which is very strange. You would also think that that should be something like a little indicator in the top right saying, hey, this lap will have 21 laps or 25, I don't know. Doesn't matter so much. Looks like it will be raining. Let's pick Kinney and Linares as always for their feedback ratings. And okay, well, it looked like it was raining, but now it's just sunny. So interesting. It will be 7 to 9. Let's pick softs anyway. We just do so much better when we can run a soft strategy, just because we need that speed difference to sort of go by the people that do run mediums. And if we can't get that, like we saw, I think in episode 4, we just get blown out of the water. So I really can't. I don't see a decision where mediums is actually better for us, especially considering the very low fuel levels that you get in the European Racing Series. You basically always are forced to do a 2-stopper. So at that point, running mediums is basically almost always a bad choice, in my opinion. Got a pretty good result here immediately. Good. What was it? Good, poor? Yeah, good, poor, and good. That means we won't mess with the upper one. Let's put you to, like, let's say here, and you there, and see what that does for us. Send you out again. You already have an excellent, which is really awesome. Shame it's not the top one, because this one we now always have to tweak again, because we're changing the top one. Let's go this way, and this way. And put you right back where you were. Yeah, this might be a bit far, to be honest, actually. Put you like here. That should be okay. And let's try again. And immediately bring you in again. Would love to get a good knowledge level on these soft tires. Yeah, you are now perfect. Where's my mouse? Okay. I lost it for a second there. You will be in the 90s somewhere, right? Yeah, 90 on the dot. I think that's good enough. Let's keep you there. Could improve, probably. Think about it. Your good is here still, so probably if we just go left a bit more, it will work. But like I said, 90 or a little bit more, either way is okay. I don't think we need more. You're at 98. We definitely don't need to tweak you. So let's run it out for some more knowledge and not do any more stops. Hopefully we can at least get level 2. 3, I think, with our current driver ratings is a pipe dream. That's not going to happen. But 2 should definitely be possible. We're getting lapped by people left and right. Always fun to see. That doesn't bode well for our race, unfortunately. Yeah, you can tell we're slower than Dembele, who is on mediums. I did give them too much fuel, which slows them down. But no, even Kinney didn't even get that fuel, so... No excuse, Kinney, no excuse. I think, again, it just shows that our car and driver is just not really good enough at all. That is why we're focusing so hard now also on getting the car in any decent shape. Because otherwise you basically have another full second season of mediocre results. I think now we can maybe at least get some medium sort of finishes. Like, let's say we try and aim for 13th, 12th, 11th, try and get some sponsor objectives. And really try and fight for something, you know. That also makes these series a lot more interesting, in my opinion. But like I said, if we didn't get the level we're taking, by the way, we're taking the risk taker. I love this one. We can almost guarantee that Frankie doesn't get a mistake now on our pits. Knock on wood. Oh, 26 laps, that's long. And we only get 7 to 9. Well, we have to do a 2-stopper anyway. We could do something like soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, probably. Because we have to make you last for about 11 laps, and then we get 2 more 7s on there. That should be just about enough. Yeah, we'll see how far we go on the first set of softs. But we will start both drivers on softs, I think. Because we actually have something to fight for while we're still up in 2nd and 3rd. And I would like not to get immediately blown out of the water by everyone. So let's see. And let's start. Like I said before, yeah, we are doing the upgrades to the parts. Normally I don't with this challenge so early on. Good start, by the way, by Kinney. Nice. There you go. Good off the line. Normally I don't. But with the spec parts that we got, with the illegal parts, there is no guarantee that you get those at all. You could get 3 absolutely crap parts that just say, oh, you're a bit quicker on wets, or you have some fuel efficiency or whatever else. Early on, that does nothing for us. That's just super bad. We don't want that. We just want to get as much raw power as we can get on all of these parts. And since we got such good options for all 3 parts, I really wanted to take advantage of that immediately and just try and go for it. Long term, I'm not even sure how that would impact us, but I think at least for the next few seasons, it sets us up to do really well early on. It might cost us a little bit in terms of HQ, but like I said, you're not guaranteed any specifications, so maybe next season we get really crappy specifications for every part, and then we don't build any parts at all, and we just have to wait for a season. And then we can spend all that money on an HQ, of course. So I think we are making the right choice for our specific situation, but with a game like this where there is some variance in, for example, what parts you can take or how your drivers do, whether you crash a few times in the season or not, what random events do you get for marketability. This guide, it has to be a bit adaptive. You know, that's why I'm explaining all my decisions that I make on the fly, because when you see these situations change in your game, you are also going to have to adapt and make a choice that maybe I didn't make, because for you the game is just a bit different. Let's pull back on your tires a little bit. Same for you. Oh, keep you on there. Yeah, so we'll have to see how it goes, but I think we are definitely making the right choice for our situation, whereas I've seen other people make choices where they invest basically fully into the HQ. It does make for a bit of a boring Season 2 and sometimes even 3 when they don't have a car that can actually compete at all, as you're just running last. I think we've shown this season that we can compete decently as long as we basically pull off the perfect strategy and we're not on a track where we get absolutely demolished due to engine. But yeah, I'd like this series to also be a bit exciting, and in Season 2 I would really like to fight for some mid-table finishes or something, and I think this will allow us to do so. I haven't talked about this race at all because nothing really has happened. Kinney somehow has actually managed to hold on to that first spot for ages now, which is really nice, but her tires are going to drop off soon. Yeah, she's already halfway in, so that is why you're now seeing these people really start to storm the castle a little bit. We are giving her much more engine power. That is probably the only reason why she's still sort of holding on. Yeah, I think I want to keep it at this level for now. Anyway, our tires aren't holding out much longer, so I just want to keep her on overtake mode, probably for the remainder of the stint. Would love to do 4 more laps, but I'm not sure we can. And we are now getting overtaken by Gerard. Yeah, he's still in his best level probably for the mediums, whereas we are almost hitting our lowest level for the softs already. We have been running them ragged, as you can see. No one else has been hitting this at all yet. But yeah, let's run you on this for a little while, and you also. Let's conserve you actually. No, do this. I don't think either of you can actually make it to the full level of your fuel, so let's put you both on overtake. You're anyway now a full lap between each other, so that's okay. Give you both the power that you need, but conserve the tires a little bit. Yeah, conserve those tires, please. Can we do 2 more laps? Probably. Maybe we conserve. To do 2 more laps and 3 for you. That means we basically have to put you on blue, actually. Let's see if that works. I know that's going to cost some spots, but we kind of have to, I feel. I really want to make 1 more lap work at least for each of them. So, yeah. Oh, safety car. Are you already at the pit? Ah, you went past the pit line. Okay. Well, we can put you both on blue, since we now have a safety car. This is the first time that we've actually had a safety car, I think, in this series, which is crazy, a full season in on the last race. We basically have to pit, and we're basically going to have to pit both of our drivers at the same time, which sucks, don't get me wrong. But a safety car coming now is just, we have to pit, basically. We don't have a choice. Now the question is, do we put ourselves on softs or on mediums for this next stint? We get, how much fuel do we get again? 11 laps worth. As soon as the safety car leaves, we are going to be fighting everyone in whatever spot we end up in. So I think putting ourselves on softs with, how many laps do we have to go? 19 after the... Yeah, softs is probably the way to go here, especially because we can... Yeah, let's give you a fast pit stop. Especially because, and we're doing the same then for you. Maybe we put you on the mediums then, actually. Since I kind of want to have a difference between price and... No. Yeah. Both softs is fine for now. Yeah, everyone is going to pit. You basically get a almost free pit stop when there's a safety car, because everyone has to drive slow. It sucks that we're going to have to stack them, sort of, but by the time Price is there, hopefully she is almost done. Probably not. Well, almost. He's gonna have to wait like 3 seconds or something. That's not so bad. Okay, I don't mind that. And now we can actually run our tires and our fuel on blue. That means we get to... Yeah, we already pitted. Stop. Okay, not too bad. Kinney gets a spot 6 and Price gets spot 15. During the time while the safety car is out, we also get to run blue, which saves our tires even more and our fuel too. So as soon as it restarts, we're just gonna run our fuel to the absolute max that we can. And even our tires will run pretty aggressively, I'd say. Are you not pitting? No, you are. You just waited one more lap. Okay. You are not pitting at all? That is a mistake, my friend. That is a mistake. Okay, because you won't make it with one more pit stop. That is really dumb. Yeah, sometimes the AI just makes horrible choices like this. I think even him pitting so late was still a mistake, because everyone, he loses his position on everyone now, whereas before he probably wouldn't have. Yeah, okay, interesting. Where's Valdez, by the way? Valdez is sort of our... Valdez and Dembele are our rivals, and Valdez is doing really bad, but Dembele is right up there, so let's see what happens. I know that this sucks because they're losing graining, so let's see if we can sort of bring up the temperature a little bit. I don't know if that actually works while you're under the safety car. It does, okay. Let's put you on like yellow, just to maintain that level of temperature for a little bit. As soon as the safety car heads into the garage, everyone can start racing again, which will be very soon. And provisionally, we're kind of in 4th, actually, because Ja over there decided to make the moronic decision not to pit. You're pretty much going right now, so let's just put you on red for a little while. Get the temperatures back on the tires. And yeah, as you're going to see, everyone is going to start absolutely blasting the speed again. Yeah, there you go. And now he pits. Ja, you are a fool. He pitted right as the safety car was gone. Okay. That might be one of the most moronic things I've seen the AI do in quite a while. Oh, crap. Okay. Oof. Okay, well, never mind. I'm the moron. Good job, Ja. You're way ahead of the curve here. Okay, we're absolutely gonna run red then on both our drivers, and in 3 laps we'll have to pit to inters probably. Let's see what the rain does first. I did not check the rain. That is... Ja was the only one with the foresight to actually check what the rain will do. I still think he went a bit early with the amount of tire he had left. Yeah, he probably didn't have fuel anymore, but still. If he waited one more... If he had got to wait one more lap, he wouldn't be 30 seconds behind everyone. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I should have checked for the rain there. In my defense, none of the AI did either, except Ja there. So yeah, again, my bad habit of not checking for rain comes to bite me in the ass. I think we'll pit at least one person now, and I think that person should be Price. Either way, we cannot make it to the end of the session with, unless we pit like there, like in lap 14 or something, and we could run out the race with blue. But there's not even a guarantee that it's going to keep raining. I think at the very least, Price, we're going to pit you now, and we'll keep Kinney out. That's probably the way to go to play this for now. I think that is, yeah, that's how we're gonna play it. We'll keep Kinney out for one more lap, and then we'll see what happens. A lot of other people aren't pitting either, so it's kind of a crapshoot. No pluses and no minuses for now. Yeah, I know. It's a wet track. Yeah, you're kind of fine. We can't make it till the end of the race with Price anyway, so let's just run our tires and fuel as hard as we can. And then we can adapt. If it stops raining, we go back to slicks. If it doesn't stop raining, or it even goes just full on wet, then we'll get to do that. Are we going to get one more piece of intel before we have to pit? Yes, okay, it looks like it's gonna go... I can barely see, sorry, I'm coming up on the mic. think it's just going to keep raining harder. There is a chance then that we could go to wet and actually do better, because as you can see here on the water counter, we are kind of getting out of the territory in 3 laps where wets are becoming better than inters. Question is, do we think it's going to keep raining? In order to get a good result, I would really love to gamble here, because I think if we do what everyone else does and just go on the inters, we're probably not going to get an amazing result. The problem is we're gambling now with Kinney, who is having a really good race. She's in 8th right now. Do we risk it? She'll have sort of a bad lap for 2 rounds. Alternatively, we could let her run out 1 more lap on slicks, which is not ideal, mind you. But we're kind of still not on the level where we really need inters. I want some more information, so we're gonna let her do 1 more lap. I think some other people are also making that choice. Let's see where that gets us. I really want to sort of know what the rain is gonna do. Yeah, let's see. 1 more lap. Yeah, see, some people are going for wets, which I'm really thinking to do now too. I just want to see what that next little bit of rain is going to do. And this is really where a forecasting center would help, as you would see much more in the future on what the rain is going to do. Can't even see it here yet. Do we need to go a little bit further? Can't go further than this, I think. Yeah, we're gonna risk it. Let's put her on wet. I think when you have the worst car anyway, you need to be a little bit non-conservative. Can we actually run on? No, we can't run out the light. I don't want to give you too much fuel. Let's give you like this. That will give you a few more spots. And especially with it not being sure how long we're going to be able to stay on wet. We're not going to be able to run out the race regardless. So let's do it like this. I think that's okay. Now, at least we have chosen different strategies for our 2 drivers. So one of the 2 is going to have a suboptimal strategy and the other is going to have a good strategy. I have no clue which one of the 2 that will be. Neither of them will be able to run out the race anyway. Looks like it's going to level out right there at the top. That's not good for Price, but it is good for Kinney. We will wait for a while longer still with doing the last pit stop for Price. If it does keep raining, we could maybe sit out the race with him on wets, and that would actually be almost optimal. We would switch around like lap 15 maybe to wet. But let's see what happens. Yeah, your engine can take a higher level of engine mode still. Alright, yeah, let's keep going and see where this gets us. Soon I'll have to push back a little bit on Price's tires. You are getting overtaken because of that, but it is the way it is. Someone behind you is already having troubles. Okay, it does look like it's going to go down. You're getting in the territory where inters are not... Yeah, you really want wet tires now, but we just need more information first. We can't make any choice where we're... If we now go to wets and it's just going to drop off completely, that is useless, but... Yeah, I'm just not sure yet. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's really going to level out a bit, but not quick enough, it seems. I think wets for Price here is probably the best. And we may have kept you out for 1 lap too much. Because you are really getting overtaken now. Yeah, okay. Let's put you on wets then, I think. That is probably going to be your best bet at getting a decent result. Yeah, it's not leveling off quick enough to keep you on inters. Or put you on a second stint of inters. So, we can run you on red pretty much for the remainder of the race if we do it like this. And this will be your last stint. It doesn't look like it'll drop off that quick, so the wet should be fine for the rest of the race. Then for you, Kinney, maybe if we can keep you on for 4 more laps, which is looking likely. Your tires are fine too. I think we can maybe do a stint of inters. Oh, safety car. That is crappy for price here because you just pitted. We could have gotten a free pit stop, but that's a bit unlucky. I think we'll just keep Kinney then on wets because there's still like 5 more laps of wets and she'll have to do 2 laps on suboptimal. Yeah, but we're definitely going to pit under the safety car. Let's just do that then. Yep, and bring you back to blue. For you, it doesn't matter, you're going to pit anyway. I think that's the way to go. We're going to lose some position, but everyone else will need to pit still anyway, or almost everyone else. And we get another free spot because Antonov here has crashed, of course. That is why the safety car is there to begin with. Price is definitely going to get some spots back, I hope. Well, we'll see. And this should be enough for the remainder of the race. Put you on blue. And let's see where that gets us. Alright, so we're in 9th with Kinney, 16th with Price. Where are our rivals? Dembele is not doing too well. Valdez is right behind us. Okay, well, not looking too bad. Let's keep your tire temperature up for a little while. Yeah, I know, you're seeing graining. Get your tire temperature also up. Okay, and 1 more lap of safety carring and then we are good to go. We can pretty much run red. And these are the spots that we're going to be keeping it at, I think. With 7 laps to go, I'm not sure if these guys will have to do 1 more pit. Due to the safety carring twice, they might have saved enough fuel up. But that's not necessary though. No, I think they'll have to go still. In tire wear, they're probably fine, but I think they might have to pit. The last 2 laps are probably not so optimal for our wet tires, but yeah, doing another pit stop is not worth it at all, I think. So, again, strategically, I think we went fine here. Now it's more up to, did we do well enough with our car and whatever else, and that we don't really have any choice. Let's put you on red, as the car is about to go into the garage. And let's start racing again. Valdez behind us, by the way, he actually has some form of a malfunction, so hopefully that costs him. With 7 laps to go, that is almost a guaranteed retirement, I'd say. So let's hope so, as we want him to do bad. Jonsdottir, yeah, see, some people did actually still go for the pit. And where I called Ja a moron before, well, she is in the 13th, so it didn't work out so well for her, for the late pit, to the inters. But she is going to be able to run out the rest of the race, I think. Yeah, obviously we made the mistake of not checking the rain before, but it is working out for us pretty well. I think we're doing a lot better than we would normally. We made good use of the safety car. Now it is just up to our drivers to run out the remainder of this race. We're going to have to do, what is it? 5 more laps, I think. Yeah, 5 more laps. We have pretty much enough fuel to run on red for the remainder of it, and I think also our tires will be fine to run red for at least a good while. So let's just really push these tires to the max. There's some people here that I really feel like you need to pit still, so we could get a very good result here, I think, as long as our drivers can hold on to these spots. And Kinney is getting overtaken a bit here and there, so that's not looking too likely. Valdez, you still have that engine issue, so what the hell just happened? Ah, Kinney ran wide. Immediately went down to pretty much last place. Damn. Well, like I said, we really needed our drivers to hold on to those spots for us, and Kinney immediately proved us wrong. Well, Valdez at least is also running wild, so wild. Oh, wild is also a good term to describe it, I guess, but wide is the word I'm looking for. Let's really hope that these guys still need to pit. I'm not sure, but that is how we could still get above our sponsor objective. Sponsor objective was looking very likely up until Kinney did what she did, which is obviously a shame. Yeah, see, some people are still pitting. Marchetta here, or that's Mello, is pitting and repairing something, so we got him. We need 1 more person to pit, and that is looking likely, honestly. I don't think they're going to be able to last 3. Yeah, I think someone here will pit still. They didn't match their tires too well, I think, and their fuel. Let's see. I know you want to go for intermediates. We're not going to do that. That costs way too much time. I know we're going to be slow, but I think a pit stop with 2 laps to go is just ridiculous. Yes, see? Yeah, that's what we want. We want to see other people pitting. Yes, some more people. Perfect. They are going to be a lot faster than us since the track is getting dry rather quickly, but yeah, we're not going to be that much slower, I don't think. I really think this is the right way to do this. Just keep out here and really try and defend these spots like lions, as Alonso would say. Tires a little bit, don't want to run them red. And we have 2 more laps to go, so we can put both of your engines at overtake mode, I think, for the remainder of the race. Valdez, you are somehow holding on with this horrible car. Reliability issues. I'm not sure how you're doing that. We're going to get taken over by Arbeloa. He's one of the people that pitted, but all these guys that pitted are still a good 8 seconds behind. I don't think they're making up 8 seconds in 1 lap, because this is now the final lap. Both of our drivers are above the sponsor objective, so that's really good. 6 seconds. We are losing pace very quickly against these. But anyway, let's run you on red now. Doesn't matter anymore if we destroy the tires. Would love to keep Valdez behind us with Price here. I don't think Kinney will be able to overtake them. Well, looks like Kinney is going to lose her spot to Cavalcanti, who is just so much quicker. I really underestimated how much quicker these Inters are, as opposed to our wets, but I still think we made a good choice. Let's just see if we can at least keep him behind Price there. As long as Price finishes decently, we're fine. And Price still has like 2 seconds to go. Come on, come on, come on. Keep him ahead. Oh, that's looking bad. Yeah, he overtook us right at the end there. But 11th, I'll take that. That's definitely not bad at all. Some people actually managed to stay out on a 2-stop. Dreyfus and Ja especially, so good for you. We had to do a 3-stopper in the end. I think we did very well though. 11th and 14th is a beautiful finish to the season, I'd say. And that might actually get us above ZRT Autosport for a 9th spot finish. I'm not sure, but I think we did very well here at the very least. This was a beautiful finish. I think we really took advantage of some AI shenanigans. Obviously 2 crashes helps, but we did good with the safety car too. And maybe we get some more spots due to some rule breaking. Let's have a look. There was a rule break, but not near us, unfortunately. All right, well, that's fine anyway. We got our sponsor objective, so that's a cool, like, 200,000 extra, I think. Dembele got a good result, though, so... Yeah, in the end, wow, Dembele got a really good result, I think. Let's have a quick look. Where did you go in the end? Yeah, he got 9th, and that's 24 points. So, and Valdez also got a really good finish. So they did better than us, actually, in the race overall. But despite us doing really well, we are not going to get that 9th spot, but we were definitely in contention for it, which I think is very good for the first season, considering how bad our car was. Shame, but kind of expected to. Let's hope we at least did decently in this race and we get some free marketability out of it. I think we should with 2 crashes. Yeah, we got 8. So that will be a little bit of a marketability boost as we did better than expected. Frankie is very happy with that result, so good for you. See, yeah, almost a full % gained on that. That is beautiful. And we get our race bonus, which is of course very nice. We get plus 200,000 for finishing 13th or above. And that's also why we picked that spot, because 13th is a lot more achievable than the rest. And that brings us right back into the positive, which we're pretty much immediately, I think, going to negate. Yeah, then for the end, 2016 winner of the Drivers' Championship is Andre Sabato with Firebird MRT. I think they pretty much win it almost always, as they just have the best team, I think. Sometimes Garuda, I think, wins it with Beauchamp. They get the team championship, so congrats to them too. I think they then get to promote to the Asia Pacific, to the next tier up. But let's see if they actually do it. I think they can decline it if they want, but I don't see AI do it that often. Let's have a look at our pit crew. You aren't too bad, but you don't have stats in the right order, so we'll reject you. Same for you. And same for all of you. Let's make sure we swap everyone out, because otherwise I'll forget next season. Alright, let's put you in. 0% chance. And let's put you right back in again, I guess, because you have much better stats and a much lower fault percentage. Well, 0.1 is better than 0.2, so let's take that too. And let's see how we did. In the end, yeah, our car condition is fine. Another interview question, which one of our drivers is better? I think we'll say Frankie Kinney, just because she's the one that's been a bit unhappy lately. Even though she isn't the better driver, I think. We had a total of 6 pit stops with no mistakes, which is amazing, as we had to do a lot of pit stops. And I think that's also really where that perk of Kinney helped. Of our mechanic, at least, this one. Minus 15% mistake chance on the fast pit stops. I always like taking them anyway, but with a minus 15% mistake chance, it's a no-brainer, basically. Yeah, we basically barely in the plus again, but we are going to build more parts just before the season runs out, I think. And our design center will be done before next season starts, which is also amazing. Let's wait for a little while until our car is completed, and then we can still quickly try and improve some parts. Let's do this one now. I don't care at all about the reliability anymore, of course. Can we still finish some repair work? I'm not entirely sure, because I don't know when this season ends where we can't be designing parts anymore. But let's keep running it and see where we end up. Alright, chairman to retire, great. We get some prize money, so yeah, this is why I didn't mind our balance so much, because at the end of the season we get prize money for the spot we finish in, and we'll also get some money still for that we saved up during the season, like I showed here. See the budget for next year's car, so we'll get about 7 million, I think, as we've been saving 700,000 for most of the season before I put it back to 500. Okay, great. Manager of the season. Driver of the season doesn't matter too much, as it's neither of us. New rules. These are important. So first of all, we get a new track, the Sydney track, which is very fun. We also get some white slick tires, which could be very interesting. And most importantly, the vote that we voted in for spec engines is, of course, mightily important. And looking for promotions, yeah, Garuda Racing did accept the promotion, so they will now be going to the Asia Pacific Super Cup, whereas Ruiz Motorsport will drop down to take their place. That is interesting. I haven't seen Ruiz drop down before. I think normally it's always let's have a quick look. I think normally it's Ozu Motor Team that I see drop almost always. So very interesting that this time it's Ruiz. Let's see how they can do. Our car part is almost done, and then we'll immediately start on another if we can. I think right around there we will have to stop designing parts. So question is then, what do we want to do? We have already a pretty good set of brakes. I don't think we need to do anything for those anymore. We have... Well, let's see what we can do still here. I'm not sure how long we still get to do this before the brakes carry over. I hope that we can still bring it up high enough. Question is, do we build another gearbox? I don't think we do. I would love to, but with all of this being to max and also build time, I don't think that's a smart choice. We could still quickly try and get a suspension out there. Probably do this one then, because this one has mainly to max, and I'm not sure we can still actually improve it. I don't know exactly when it runs out, that's why. Let's build it anyway, we might as well. And let's also start using our hard-earned cash to immediately start on another building, and that will actually be the scouting facility center, as I want to have a better pick of drivers where we can get to level 5 sponsors. And this building is very cheap, which is also nice. Do we want anything else? Forecasting is definitely not necessary yet, in my opinion. I think we can play around that. Same for the staff center, we don't need that. Brakes are just not that important. I don't want to be spending 8 million on that. And the test track won't matter at all, since we will not be getting any engines for next season. So that leaves us with the telemetry center, which might be a not so bad choice. Our design center will be done soon, so that opens up some more choices. For example, the tour center, I think, earns us 80,000 per race, which isn't bad, but meh, I don't think it's a priority. Same for all of these. I think since the gearbox is so important, I think a telemetry center is actually the way to go here. So let's pick it. And yeah, we are now building a lot all of a sudden, where before we weren't doing much at all. We get a scouting facility, the telemetry center, and the design center. And I think we will keep the rest of our money for at least a little while. Yeah, we are working as hard as we can on these parts, so let's have a quick look. If we get to keep doing after this preseason start, I'm really not sure. I hope so, because I really like these parts and I would love to keep building on them, but I kind of forgot when it ends. Let's see, the game is saving, great, thanks. I'll do that anyway again after the episode ends. Scouting finished and our car design unlocked. I think, yeah, that means that we cannot do anything on the parts anymore. I'm not even sure what happens now with the part that we were still building. It wasn't very expensive, but that might have been a bit of a mistake. It also means that we were a little bit late with designing these parts. We didn't get them to the level we wanted to. That's a bit of a mistake. It costs us some points, but we still got more than we would have anyway. I think I've focused a little bit too much on parts that had long build time, because I expected to have a bit more time, frankly. So that was a bit of a mistake, but it's okay. We get another pick for our sponsors. This one is looking very appetizing, but let's wait for a bit. Since we can't spend on anything else yet, is there anything we want to do? Yeah, none of these interest me still. So let's keep our money for now. And let's look at the design for next year's car. We get about 7 million almost, like I said. And basically this is going to be very simple. There's a lot behind this, picking your chassis for next season, but frankly, for season 2, you just need to go with everything that's cheapest. I'll explain next time maybe what all these bonuses do when we get there in season 3. But basically all of this is just we're not going to be competing that well, and it costs a lot of money to pick these higher options for not too much gain yet. Now our car will cost about 3 million. If we picked all the expensive options, we could easily spend more than we even have right now. Just to, for example, be better at our tire wear or whatever else. We're not expecting to compete for the top finishes anyway yet in season 2. So we will stick with this for now and only spend 3 million. That's also why I'm not explaining all of it, because it just doesn't matter so much yet. So now that we have picked our car, I think this is a good wrap up for the final episode of this season. I'll be very soon anyway, starting on season 2. But I had a lot of fun. Thank you for anyone who is watching this far. This was great fun making the first season. I think we set ourselves up great. I did make a little bit of a mistake there at the end with the parts. I think we won't be getting full use of our very good parts, unfortunately. Should have started maybe a little bit early on that, but we also didn't really have the cash to do so. So be on the lookout for that. Once it says season end, it really ends and you can't work on those parts anymore. But thank you very much for watching, and see you in season 2 of Motorsport Manager. Bye.